Hi, this is Ashley from Bankable Facts. Catch my podcast interview on No More Excuses, Wake Up, hosted by Stenell, the money therapist.
Okay. So, Ashley, the reason why I have you on the show is because I was really drawn to the fact that you were young. I couldn't tell how old you were, but I can tell you were young and that you were really engaged in trying to help young people, such as the Gen Z and the Millennials, as far as finances. So, can you please, one, break down what is a Gen Z and what is a Millennial?
So a Gen Z, it's based on our age categories and when we were born. So I'm a millennial. I'm in my late 20s, and so the Gen Zs today, they are, I think the oldest, they're 25, 26. So meaning, and that's really significant because it means that they're also in the workforce, and so a lot of these money conversations, we need to include them on that as well.
Yes.
So Bankable Facts is the name of my business, and it was just a following I started on Instagram, and I wanted to have that conversation with my millennial peers, um, about, what about, let's think about retirement, let's think about investing, let's think about um, just smart money planning and maximizing and on all the avenues that we have
Yes.
presented to us. Most of my friends, they have 9 to 5 jobs, they're career people, and oftentimes we never think that you can build wealth being a 9 to 5 employee.
Yes.
So I really wanted that conversation to start, and for someone to see me appearing young, or to and also, I really have a knack for explaining very complicated financial terms and breaking it down and making it super duper relatable. So that's what Bankable Facts is all about.
So you explain with Bankable Facts, are you only talking to the audience of Gen Zs and Millennials?
Um, so I to really target like because what I know is very particular to me, and it's who I can relate to. But of course, I'm the millennial in at work, so everybody else that I work with, I'm the youngest. Everybody else, they are in their 50s and 60s, and so I have conversations with my older coworkers too, and I do help my mom and things like that. But the way how I present my content, it's very yeah, like, 20s and 30s central.
Okay. So when you said that you can, which was very important, you can retire or something about the 9 to 5. And a lot of people that are 9 to 5, they think that they cannot build wealth. You say you can build wealth as being a 9 to 5. Can you expound on that?
Yes, we sure can. So, we have access to the 401ks, 403bs, TSPs.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on what kind of company you work for, right? They're the same thing. So we have access to those things. And essentially what we're doing is we are investing. If we're using them correctly, we're using them to invest so that we can have financial independence. Everyone invests to be financially independent. It's just that, you know, historically, you wait until you're 65 and then you retire and then you do whatever you like.
Come on, come on.
And so what we're finding is that statistically, particular people of color, when they get to 65, they're not particularly able to retire fully
Yes.
or retire at all.
Yes.
And then one of the biggest expenses is medical costs. And so we're not able to, live and thrive. And if you've noticed, us millennials and Gen Z folks, we live in luxury. We know how to find the
Girl.
discount vacations. We got the outfits. Like we can make $1 out of 2 cents and make it
What?
look like we are luxuriously, living the life. So this conversation definitely needs to be had. So particularly one of the things that I want to push is early retirement. And this is something, what is the name? The FIRE movement, Financial Independence, Retire
I heard
Early.
of that. I heard of that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard of that. Uh-huh.
So, if anything, we need to assess if we're able to retire like on time. And then above that, if we, if we're able to put away a little bit more, how much more time does that buy? How much more of our time does that buy us back?
So when you say retire on time, what is retiring on time? Because as someone that I listen to, Chris Hogan says that retirement is not an age. Retirement is a number. And that is what I say, preach, and teach all the time. So what do you mean from what you just stated?
So our typical retirement age is age 65 or 67, something
Mm-hmm.
around that age.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is that had you been investing all along, putting your 10 to 15% away from the beginning of your 30 to 40-year career, by that time you would have enough money to live off of your investments for the rest of your life. What we're finding is that people aren't starting as early as they can to really
Mm-hmm.
guarantee this easy life in their retirement.
Yes.
And so it's so important, especially for the Gen Zs and Millennials, to start thinking about this and not wake up in their 40s and think, I'm 20 years away or 25 years away. What should I do?
So I'm okay. So this is so exciting to me because I am serious. I just had this conversation with my assistant. So I always talk about the importance of actually having your finances together, because I'm 45 and I'm gonna let you know that I did not start off having everything together at all. And I just heard of the term pension poor. And I'm like, what the heck is pension poor? And pension poor is really what you are stating, is that when people do not have a plan, like you said, when you're in a Gen Z or when you are a millennial or a baby boomer, such as myself, when you don't start young, like you said, in your 20s. And so I didn't. My focus was on cars and all kinds of stuff. And I was just telling someone that you're putting your money in a car, and that car is your retirement. So you literally driving in your retirement. And why do I say that to people? Because I did that. And it's very, very important. And then also when you're talking about your companies, as far as the 401ks or the SEF IRAs or 403bs, in my company, I just started a simple IRA for my staff. I have several companies, and I just started a simple IRA for my staff because my staff are all W-2s. And I found out that the 401 bet is better. So what am I going to do? I'm going to stop the simple IRA in November, and I'm going to start the 401k. Why? Because it is better for my staff.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm so speaking, I say I'm a 9 to 5er, and then Bankable Facts, it's now a business, and I'm opening a SEP IRA for it. So, I'm so happy that you brought that up, because like as business people, we need to start thinking about how else can we have our business income service, not even just today, but in the future. And because I have strong personal finances in my business, I'm religious about every dollar that I make, I put 25% of that just away in that account so I can invest it. So we got to think about longevity.
You do, and please speak on that, because and this is so important, and I am so glad that you are here, and people are going to hear you, because when you said you have Bankable Facts, and Bankable Facts is a business, right? It's a
Yes.
legitimate business, but you want Bankable Facts to generate finances, because people don't know, when you have a business, you can now have an income. When your income is generated flowing through that business, you can now start a retirement plan. And people are not doing that, that have, I want to say, these businesses. They're not doing that, but you are. So what got you on a mindset as a millennial? Because you are the first person out of the many people that I talk to, and I'm serious, the first person, and you're a millennial at that. What got you on that road of saying, when I open up my business and start my business, I'm going to start investing through my business?